Hello all together and a really warm welcome here at Krannich Solar webinar. My name is Justin Gunn and today I will invite, as you can see, the company Kaco. For Kaco we have two speakers here, Donny George. Good morning, Donny.
Good morning, Justin.
And Momo Kagbo. Good morning, Momo.
Good morning, Justin. Good morning.
Yeah, I invite you to let our customers know what's new at Kaco. The main topic today is solid technology, efficient installation, and commercial PV systems. So the question to you is, what did you prepare for the next hour? What do you want to show our customers?
Yes, I think our customers should expect to get some highlights about the Kaco products, and I will take them through the design consideration of the product for seamless operations, and we will show them also some bits of tricks concerning installation and commissioning, and I would also like to take them through the virtual central concept, which is a transformer-based solution for the product.
Okay, sounds like a really interesting and a great webinar. So there's only one point from my side, or two small points, and then you can start. For all the attendees, if you have questions about the presentation or to Kaco, just send them in the chat and we answer them during the presentation in the background or at the end in a small question and answer session. And during the next few minutes, I will upload the PDF file from the presentation. So please download it. We don't want to send it afterwards to you, just for your information. Okay, then I stop talking and hand over the word to Donny and Momo.
Okay, thank you so much, Justin. First of all, we welcome each one of you in the name of Kaco. To quickly introduce myself, Donny George, I lead the sales team for European region within the Kaco New Energy GmbH. We are based in Germany, and the wonderful picture that you see here on your screen, that's our headquarters, our building in Neckarsulm, which is like 60 kilometers from Stuttgart. If you have not been working with Kaco, if Kaco New Energy is still a new term for you, let me quickly introduce Kaco to you. We are a company established since 1914, and ever since 1998, we have been active on the PV market in the PV power electronics. In fact, we were one of the first to introduce transformerless inverters in 1999 in Germany. At that time, a 2.6 kilowatt inverter. Now, to quickly run through a few important figures, so that you get a better impression of what we have been doing in the last 23, 24 years. As you can see here, we have installed more than 18 gigawatt since end 2022. And we also have 80% of our projects spread across the globe, in fact, in 70 countries. And we also have a very multinational representation within Kaco. We have employees from 35 nations, which also helps us to be present in your country, speaking your own language. On the install base, as you can see, we have more than 900,000 inverters in operation, and I'm sure also with your support, we will definitely cross the 1 million this year. And in terms of production capacity, in fact, we have revamped our production capacity, so we have an annual capacity of more than 6 gigawatts. Now, the last point here is that we are a CO2 neutral production. So which means our production based out of Germany, we have a zero carbon footprint. And Momo, if you just go to the next slide, I will also share some more details with you. What does that mean? It simply means that we produce our energy ourselves, and in fact, we also have surplus energy. You can see to the right side of the presentation, we have a PV power plant in the vicinity of our production here in Neckarsulm with a capacity of around 2 megawatt. We also have our facades, the building which you saw, the facade as such and the windows, they also have PVs there. So all this helps us to generate the energy which we need. And as you can see, the production as such, we have a demand for more than 1 megawatt, but we have an energy surplus through these additional PV sources like the PV park and the facades, and also the PV roofs and carports we have on our buildings. Even the heat demand, we cooperate with the district heating, but the energy source is a CO2 neutral wood chip heating power plant, yeah, which is also very nearby. So that's a key message which we want to deliver. So we are a company with a passion to convert this passion into power with a carbon zero footprint. Now, one main message which we definitely would like to share is that the Kaco New Energy GmbH is also part of the Siemens Group since mid of 2019. And since 2019, we have also laid a big relevance and focus on our service activities. Just to name one of them, we do not repair the inverters, the string inverters on the field anymore, but rather we swap the inverters. Yeah, this is one of the changes which has been made since the last 1.5 years. And that has also helped us to improve our brand perception across the different European countries. And what you basically see here is that we have been continuously branded as the top PV brand by EUPD Research in 2021 and 22. So this is an independent survey conducted in each country by asking more than 500 installers on their experiences with the Kaco after sales service. And thanks to the efforts, we have been ranked in different countries, in France, in Germany, in Spain, Netherlands, etc., as the top PV brand. And what you see here in the picture is my boss, Kurt de Sinclair, the Chief Sales Officer, receiving the certificate during the Intersolar 2022. Okay. Now, quickly, a brief introduction into our portfolio. As I mentioned earlier, we are manufacturers of PV string inverters, and I would classify them into 3 segments or families. On the residential side, we have the single-phase inverters with the power classes ranging from 3 to 5 kilowatt. On the 3-phase, we have inverters in the power classes ranging from 3 to 33 kilowatt. For these inverters, we also have 2 MPPTs. The bigger inverters like the 33, 30 kilowatt and 25, they even have 3 MPPTs. So could be interesting for your residential roofs. If we move to the commercial and industrial segment, we have the 50 and 60 kilowatt. In fact, this is one of the most sold inverters from our product family. We have more than 1.5 gigawatt just of these inverters on the site. And here you also see a bit below the 50 and 60 NX3s. It's grayed out because this is a product which is not available for purchase yet, but this is a product on the roadmap, which means these will be available by mid of 2023. And the same applies on to the utility scale. Just also to recap, the 50, 60 NX3s and the 100 and 125 NX3s, these will be multiple MPPT devices with the option to choose from multiple MPPTs ranging from 8 to 10 MPPTs for your information. Now, coming back on the utility, these 100 and 125, this is also grayed out. So this is also a new product which we will introduce towards 2023. And you can also see all these products at our booth at Intersolar this year. Now, to round up the families, we have the existing utility scale inverters. These are the 87 to 165 kilowatt inverters. In fact, we'll be focusing on the 92 on the 105 kilowatt inverters today, along with Momo. And we also have some hybrid inverters in our portfolio, ranging from different power classes. We have the 10 kilowatt, which is currently available. We will also be introducing new hybrid inverters ranging from the power classes between 6 to 12 kilowatt. But that's not the focus for today. If you are interested, please reach out to us. But for today, we will look at the utility scale of inverters, the 92 and 105. And Momo, I hand over the mic to you now.
Yes, Donnie, thank you very much. Once more, my name is Momo Kagbo. I'm the Technical Sales Engineer covering the entire Eastern Europe, Southeast Asia, and Africa as well. I'm an electrical engineer by background. So I will take you through this product family, so to speak, focusing on the 105 kilowatt and the 92 kilowatt. And like I said before, the focus is to give you some highlights and look at some design considerations for operations, seamless operations, but also let you have a feeling of how to commission and install and commission the product. Without much ado, let's jump in. So there are 6 areas in this product that differentiate us from our competitors. And you can see from left to right, one of these features that differentiate us is the SiC technology. This technology gives our product a superior performance, very stable operation possibilities. The SiC technology also allows the product to operate even under high temperature conditions, hence it doesn't derate earlier. And this function is really aided by active cooling. The SiC technology also allows us to push the boundaries of power electronics. So here we have high efficiency product up to 99.2%. The product itself can be combined with a transformer-based solution, which we call the virtual central concept. And with this concept, you can really achieve a better LCOE, levelized cost of electricity. With the product, for the purpose of services, you can maintain a swap concept. In other words, at least have one inverter in case it happens that you have to replace a faulty one in the field. Commissioning and software updates configuration can also be done remotely. Safety is but a necessary function, and here on the DC and the AC side, we maintain SPDs of type 1 and 2. The product is also suitable for outdoor applications, so it has the protection class IP66 and NEMA 44. Just a little bit hints on the silicon carbide technology in comparison to the conventional IGBTs. The silicon carbide allow the product to operate even on extreme temperature conditions. This allows the inverter not to derate earlier. Thermal conductivity is 3 times higher, and of course, the switching speed is 10 times higher compared to the IGBTs, and this allows us to reduce losses during conversion. The band gap is high, allow us to push the product to higher voltages. So you can find product in our product portfolio with AC voltage up to 660 volts. Also, it is in terms of voltage susceptibility, it is 10 times higher. So there are a lot of advantages that the silicon MOSFET switching capability gives us with respect to this product brand. Speaking of protection, like I said before, the product has DC SPDs type 1 and 2 sockets. This allows you to be able to replace the SPDs in the field. Peradventure, there is a lightning strike on the inverter, and I must emphasize here that our design concept makes it possible to replace the SPDs right in the field. The device also comes with AC SPD socket, which means that this is optional and you can buy it and put it in case the need arises to tackle things like switching over voltages on the AC side. The communication lines, that means the Ethernet communication cables or the RS485 can also be protected for over voltages, and this is also optional. As a standard, island detection is also implemented, and it is very fast reaction with very fast reaction time. The product design consideration is short that the device has 3-chamber design with the installer interface where you can have the possibility to interact with the device. In other words, connect the AC DC cables, but also the possibility to connect all your communication cables right to the inverter. The middle aspect of the chamber, the design, is where we house the power electronic devices. For example, the sinks, the chokes are all in this level. More clearly, it is shown here that the device is actively cooled and the air is entering from the top to the bottom. So you have 3 fans doing this job, but there is a 3rd fan internally built to allow a uniform distribution of the airflow into the power electronics. The fans can be easily replaced by removing the top cover, and you also see the heat sinks beneath. Like I said before, the device itself is IP68 and can be used for outdoor applications. And the design is such that it's easy to actually clean the heat sinks. The device has an HMI, which is at the back of the cover. So in other words, it is not visible from the front, but once you remove the cover, you will get access to the HMI. It comes with 2 daisy chain Ethernet ports and a 3rd Ethernet port for the purpose of service. So the Ethernet port, which is service, has a default IP address, which cannot be changed, but the others can be changed. On these 2. And then it has 2 RS485 for the purpose of also daisy chaining the inverters. It has a slot for SD card, also the possibility to support anti-PID. It has an inverter off function. That means if you want to remotely switch off the inverter. The entire inverter itself supports Modbus TCP communication protocol according to some spec. The device is fast, secure, and easy to integrate. It supports multi-vendor. It can work with multi-vendor devices for the purpose of controlling the inverter. For example, one of which we use is Meteor Control data loggers that can allows you to seamlessly control the power output of the inverter. Now I want to take you through the installation and commissioning of this product. So we will show you a video, and the video will be launched now. Please look. Please stop the video. So back to the presentation, at least you have a clear view of, at least you have a clear view of how this product is installed. Just to sum up the video, you saw what I said before, that there is an HMI behind the scene or behind the cover. And also you saw how the cables are connected. It is important to understand that we have accessories here that allows you to increase your current carrying capacity by putting two cables. So we have this double interface, AC cable interface here. So the inverter comes with this single, but in case you need to increase your current carrying capacity, you can replace this AC connection interface with this one. And another thing which is very important that you saw that I need to mention is the fact that the device exists in two versions. You have the S version and then you have the XL version. The XL version comes with an integrated DC breaker. So you saw that in the video that there is a version of the product that do have an integrated DC breaker. And the AC and DC cable size is as indicated here. You can have up to 240 millimeter square cable going through these cable interfaces. I need to say something regarding when you are using the device with a transformer station, which we will speak about in a few minutes. But it's important to understand the earthing principle of the inverter, of the transformer. So the inverter currently supports these two earthing concepts, a TNC and a TT earthing concept. So if you are using the inverter where the neutral of the transformer is not grounded, in other words, in an IT environment, the inverter is definitely not suitable. But if you are using it in a situation where you have the star point of the transformer being grounded, then this inverter is the best choice I can say. And you also saw in the video the interface, just like I said before. You have these two Ethernet ports. You have a third port here, which we call the service port. And the service port, like I said, has a default IP address. The address is given here. And this is not changeable. It is fixed. It is meant for service purposes. But the others can have either a static IP address or a dynamic address configuration using the DHCP concept. Before we proceed, I would also like to show you now a video regarding commissioning so that you see all the steps that are necessary after installation and you are about to commission the inverter. Please launch this video as well for me. Thank you. So you just a recap on the video. You saw that you can access the web browser of the inverter through by just keying whatever IP address you have configured, and then access the the web browser interface to then commission the inverter. It's also important to remember that there are 9 steps that you need to follow to commission the inverter. So if you have any trouble commissioning the inverter, please don't hesitate to contact us especially me, I will then organize a session where we can go step by step for your full grasping of the process. Now I want to take you through the virtual central concept. This is a concept which gives us some competitive edge because our product, I will let you know, it's this product, basically it's a single MPPT product, and we want to make sure that you are able enough to push enough power to the transformer station. So what is this concept? So this concept is actually a central arrangement of inverters close to the grid connection point. So you have your transformer and you position the inverters closer to the transformers and giving you an advantage to reduce the AC cable effort, but also the AC cable length in cross-sectional area. With this concept, we actually gather the strings of the inverter via combiner box. Because it's a single MPPT product, you need to gather the strings in some way. And here we have the direct string connection, the DC combiner box. And I must let you know that this solution of using the DC combiner box goes with the S version, the version without a DC breaker. If you have the version which we call the XL version with a DC breaker, we do have another way by which you can gather the strings. We call this the direct string connection kit. With this concept, we are sure that it maximizes the performance of your system to the extent that it pushes more power to the transformer. And coupled with the fact that the inverter itself has very high efficiency, you will realize at the end that your return on investment is repaid at a faster rate. So this is how it looks like. So you gather the strings via combiner box. You go with just 2 cables at 1,500 volt to the string inverters, which are installed closer to the transformer station. With this, you are able to push more AC power to the transformer. For detailed analysis, the advantages of this system, here we present to you is a simple tabular calculation comparing our inverter with the virtual central concept as against competitor products with probably multi-MPPTs that are distributed in the field. And if you compare the two, you can see that for example, for a 10 megawatt, we guarantee an AC power to the transformer of 1.63% more power. So in other words, we reduce the AC losses considerably by reason of the short AC cables between the inverter and the transformer station. If you need more information, I'm open to discuss it in details with you to give you full advantages of the virtual central concept. Now, a little bit on service. We cannot end this webinar without saying something about service. Peradventure, there's a service case, we have an hotline. So this hotline, you can call it 24/7 and they will respond to you. Alternatively, we do have this customer service center, which is accessible through our website. In other words, you can go to our website and create a ticket for your service case. And our service team will automatically respond to you. And things like accessing software updates or some other information, we have what we call My Kaco. This is also accessible in our website. All you have to do is to register your details, and you will then be contacted to address whatever concern you may have, be it warranty conditions or whatever service activities that you may need. So without much ado, because of our time, I would like to stop so far. And if there are any questions, I am prepared to answer them. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Momo, for the great presentation. At the moment, we have no question. So it looks like you explained everything so well that there are no upcoming questions. Otherwise, now you have the chance to ask all your questions to the experts from Kaco Energy. Another hint from my side, please don't miss to download the presentation. You will find the file in the download area. We don't want to send them afterwards per mail. So no upcoming questions until now. Then I would say thank you to Donny for the great start of the webinar, and Momo for the great explaining and the videos. It was a really interesting presentation. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much also from
Thank
our
you so
side.
much.
And yeah, if there are no upcoming questions, feel free to contact your local Krannich contact person to ask them all the questions about Kaco, and we will support you in a nice way, or support your forward your questions directly to the Kaco experts to get all the information for you. Okay, no upcoming questions means Momo, great presentation, nothing to add, and yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for attend the webinar, and hopefully we see us soon here at Krannich Solar webinar. Okay.
Thank you so much, Justin, also for organizing this. Yeah. And yeah, please get in touch with the colleagues from Krannich. I know that you are very active and also present in the different countries. We ourselves have cooperations with you in Greece, in Sweden. We are in touch with your colleagues in Czech, in Hungary. So I'm sure you are there very actively present in the European countries. So I hope, yeah, some of our listeners can join your Krannich colleagues to know more about the Kaco inverters.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny, for the last words. Great ending. Nothing to add. So I think we are at the end of the webinar. Take care, all of you, and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.